everyone. Today I want to talk about healing, especially about the most important element of a healing process. When we release these emotions, this tension, these fears from the past, we close our wounds, which is the last step, the most critical element that we have to do, or the most important thing that we have to do, that actually is the most difficult thing, is the thing that we usually don't want to do at all. The way here, there is the drum helping me always to go deeper in trance and to catch, calm down the mind, go to be able to go deeper, to go to the root of the problem. So when we do this, when we go to the root of the problem, there is one moment in which we, in the very end, just before we find the wound, the root, the point zero, the singularity of the problem, we need to make a sacrifice. This is the element. This is the last step. And this is what I want to talk today about. What is a sacrifice? What it means, a sacrifice, to make a sacrifice in your life, to be able to heal your wound. Because this word is a bit tricky. We created a lot of meaning from religion, from many places about what a sacrifice should be, and this has to be very clear. But from society, the normal meaning you get from sacrifice is that you lose something in order to get something. But this is not the way here. It's very important to understand this, because if we think that in order to heal, to evolve, to grow, we have to lose things, this makes no sense, no? Because if you grow spiritually, actually, you are expanding yourself. You are growing. Your consciousness is wider. You can understand more things. You are growing. So it makes no sense that you are losing. So what is the point of the idea of sacrifice if you are losing, if you are not losing things? Well, the thing is that you may feel, this is the real meaning of the sacrifice of the healing. You may feel for a while that you are losing something. It's not real, it's just an illusion. It's just you are losing something that actually has no value, that you don't want. But in this specific moment, you may feel like you are losing something important for you. And you actually have to give up this, to let it go fully, in order to have the real final healing and overcome this habit emotion that is repeating. When we are not able, when we reach this point and we are not able to make this sacrifice because we are not ready, because we don't have enough willpower, or because we don't have enough understanding about the healing process, understand when is the moment in which your intuition, your soul will tell you what you have to let go. If you are not ready and you cannot catch this, you will come back. You will get stuck. You had this experience. I had this experience many times. You get stuck in emotions. You get stuck in patterns. You repeat again the same situation. The same people come to your life. The same experiences. So we go back and we repeat till we are ready to make this. I will give you an example for you to understand this concept. When I was younger, 15 or yes, 15 years old, 20 years old, I was very, very much insecure. I had a lot of social anxiety, a lot of social fear. And the way I was dealing with this, it was by joking. I become a joker, an amazing joker. I was making jokes all the time, making fun of everything and everyone. This was the way I was making friends. This was the way I was approaching girls. I catch this personality. I was using it to cover my fear of people, fear of engaging, fear of intimacy, fear of connection, fear of being humiliated, of being rejected, of it. So all this was covered by this personality. So I was compulsively being funny. I was very funny, but internally, of course, I was broken. I felt pain. I felt uncomfortable. I felt anxiety when I was trying to be funny and I couldn't be funny. It was for me like hell. I got a lot of stress. I couldn't rest. I had all the time the pressure that I need to perform, that I need to be funny, that I need to be the center of attention. It was very strong. It was actually draining my energy. So after my 20s, I started my process of healing using spirituality, meditation, energy practices. Fantastic the amount of changes and transformation I achieved in my life. And when it comes to heal this part of me, to heal this personality, this compulsiveness, trying to be funny all the time, I realized just in the last step, took me a lot of time to realize this, but I realized I had to let go something that I loved very much, that I thought I loved, something that I thought it was valuable for me. And this was the gratification and the happiness and the how to say this, the ecstasy that I was feeling when other people were happy and were funny and were having a good time with me, where other people were laughing my jokes, for example. I was feeling like, wow, super ecstatic, like I could breathe after being 2 minutes under the water, or I'm drinking water after 2 days of fasting. I was feeling this ecstasy. Oh, look at them. They are laughing with me. Oh, wonderful. I have value. I'm valuable. I have a place. I have a reason to be. So this was the biggest ecstasy in my social life. And I realized that I had to let go this. I had to accept to have a life without this gratification, without this experience, not coming from the people. Okay, this was the thing. To let go the need to find this constant. It was very painful how to let go this. It was heaven. It was salvation. This salvation from my own darkness, self-rejection from my own victimism. It was this moment was the ecstasy, the salvation I needed. I was craving, but I needed to fully let go this and to accept to stop being a joker, to stop all the time, to stop compulsively looking for approval in the shape of laughs, smiles, laughing, celebration of jokes. And when I did it, when I fully let go this, I was totally in this moment, the process shift and I could open fully to feel this wound, this emptiness, this huge self-rejection, self-pity that it was the root of the problem. I was transported instantly to this space. It was very rough, very heavy, but everything was happening by itself. It was very magical. I took the last step. I really from my heart, I let it go. Let go this craving for making people have fun. Then I went through the process, the heaviness, the negativity, the fear. I felt all these things, and then I went all the way through the other side. I realized I was a new person. The healing process fulfilled itself totally, and I didn't have any more this craving. But the most important, I didn't have any more this sense of neediness. I need to make people have fun with me. Otherwise, it means I not worthy. I am not working. Something is wrong with me. This personality disappeared in this time in my life. And from this, I could enjoy social engagement in a relaxed way. I remember before I was going to the meetings, always thinking, how can I make fun with the people? How can I be the center? How can I be the hero of this night? And then I could go to the meeting, to the parties, and just be myself to say, okay, let's go with no expectation. Started to discover new things, new possibilities, new personalities from me, new beautiful things that I was catching and attracting in this social engagement, thanks to this freedom and this relaxation that I was not compulsively looking. I was learning things from people. I was learning me. I was creating new connection with people, new intimacy came to my life in this time. So this is the example. I didn't need this make people have fun, but in this moment, I considered that it was the most important thing in my life. That's why it was such a big sacrifice for me. It was, from my perspective, it felt for a while like I was letting go something very valuable. But now I can tell you, it didn't have value at all. Actually, it was part of the cycle of pain, the loop of pain, self rejection that was all the time. So, this is the concept of the sacrifice. It's not like you will lose something real. You cannot lose anything. In the essence, in the soul level, you cannot lose anything. But here in the game of the earth, there are moments in which we may feel that we are losing things. Don't be afraid. When this moment comes to you, realize, don't be afraid. Let the things go. Let them go, because you are not losing real. And if you are in the process to heal something, wound, emotion from the past, remember, there will be something that you will have to let go in the process. It's impossible that you will get the end of the healing process with no sacrificing something. Actually, you need to sacrifice the real reason, the root of the problem. So you can ask yourself, okay, what I have to let go for this healing to happen? This is a very powerful word. If you don't find an answer, you can look for some healer or guide or someone who is more energetically advanced than you. You can ask for this advice, but ask this yourself. Proposal for you today. If you are healing, what is this thing that I need to let go to fully heal this pain in my life? I'm sure if you ask from your heart, you will receive the answer. 100% sure. Maybe you won't like it in the beginning, but you will receive it, because universe is always answering. Hope this is helpful, and I wish you to have see you in the next video, my friend.